Well, it seems like my friends are muted to start the show. Welcome to the All Pro JAFFOs, and I'm just going to hijack the whole thing from the rip.
I don't know why I was muted. Hold on.
You see, that's what just happens.
What is going on now?
I come in and I throw a wrench into the whole thing, but I'm obviously. We're starting again. No, we're not.
No. See, for some reason, I can. This might be on my end.
See, I'm used to live TV, so Country K, we'll just start this show off. And I think no better place to start than breaking news. Jay's computer is acting up. Your thoughts, Country K?
So yeah, this is
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was my end. Yeah. Good thing to know that now my phone is even starting to fuck up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode, All Pro JAFFOs, starting off real fucking hot this one. Happy holidays, everybody. Highly Elevated Sports Talk for the Highly Elevated Sports Fan. I'm your host, JP. Let me get all this shit set. There we go. Right there.
Hey, yo.
And as always, the 6'10" beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K.
Konnichiwa, people.
And joining us nice and early because we got a whole lot of shit to talk about, and we can bounce around from college and anything else with this guy because we all know how much he can talk. Ladies and gentlemen, from Corey Hammond. What's up, Corey?
What's going on, gentlemen?
First things first, I have to address it. Okay, you haven't seen the Thick Boy Season shirt that I just saw. I am going to send that to you. Because once again, I can't get this goddamn image out of my head.
And my wife created that out of scratch, so that we own the image there. So if you want to show, whether on Twitter or later or attached to the show notes, it's an image for sure.
Yep, I just sent it to the group chats. Okay, he's gonna see that.
You know, they say the greatest art is impactful immediately, and as soon as you see this, Country K, you will have, I'm very sure, a very guttural reaction. Potentially. You might even want to actually buy the thing, which is coming soon to the A7FL.com merch show, and check out the three of us right here. What do you think, Country K? Can I put you down in the new year for a Thick Boy Matt Ryan Thick Boy Season shirt?
I would get one of those. That's actually pretty solid.
I would wear that. The eyebrow is what got me. The eyebrow being up is what got
me. Now, if you're friends with Matt Ryan on Twitter, that's actually his profile pic, the silhouette of it. My wife does this kind of art style where she kind of captures the essence of who you are by blotting you out and making it kind of like block art. But that's if you want to check out in the new year. Not right yet, because my wife literally just drew those 2 days ago. So it takes a little bit of time to get that over to tinyurl.com/A7FL merch. We were going with the I'll Try, the Thick Boy Season, and the Huss just in the letters, which is still, fans enjoy. But like you said, Country K, that you don't even need a salesman for a product of that quality. That's all I'll say. And shout out to my beautiful wife at Jess Ham Tattoos. She's a good follow on Instagram, great artist, and she's a tattoo artist. So even if you don't live in Jersey and you can't get her actual ink, you can, just check out her tattoos and tell your local artist to try to copy it.
Matt Ryan might need to get that tattoo.
She said, my wife said, my wife was upset that I said that. I thought that would be flattering, but maybe not. So don't do that. Just like and share her Instagram, because social media is the validation we're all looking for in life.
We need to have Matt Ryan tattoo that somewhere on his body.
There's a couple of bets going in the A7FL, and the one is with me. It's an inside joke between myself and the team, the Patterson U. I'll give you the real quick story, guys. After a loss in which not only did they beat us very badly, you guys know right? They're one of the dominant teams.
Right.
And in a poor showing of myself, my team, and they actually on a quarterback pressure, because I did get the ball away. Chill Out Duke, number 15, one of their defensive linemen, he actually ripped the seat of my pants, which was fun to play with for the rest of the game. Luckily, I had undergarments to protect the viewers at home. But after that game, we were, let's say, hanging out, and I don't know what this acronym means to you guys, but ENJ was involved, and I accidentally dropped the bottle, so it's just an inside joke. And this year, when the Snow Tribe go head to head against the U, if I win, the manager of the U, Ryan Shamar, has to do a current TikTok dance. The more scandalous, the better. Wearing the Snow Tribe, wearing the Snow Tribe uniform. But if I lose, which is kind of like what Vegas would probably favorite at this point, like I said to a lot of people recently, I'm down from the championship from 230 to 198. You already know. So what Vegas doesn't know can't change the line. But the favorite is the U. Guys, if they beat me, I have to take a team picture with them as they pour out that same said acronym ENJ. On top of my losing head, if that comes to fruition. So, if Matt gets involved in a bet and he's got to get a tat, what better tat than his NIL, right? I guess not his name. I guess it was be his phrase, image, and likeness.
I think that would be perfect. He would have to get it on his left ass cheek too. I think that's a guarantee of something.
Well, as my wife is a tattoo artist, I will guarantee you she is not volunteering for that one.
Not going anywhere near Matt Ryan's ass cheek. I get it.
I mean, it's just a no ass cheek policy. I think, you want to get a tat on the ass, that's cool.
It ain't gonna be her.
Normally you're gonna probably go to the non-married person. And a guy is very rarely going to have another guy tat their ass, but tattoo culture is a thing that we don't always understand or try to comprehend, but we just go along with it because it is cool.
So is that considered a champ stamp at that point?
I think
it has to be.
I think the ass tat is just a full ass tat, and then ass tats usually fall into two categories: jokes or mistakes. So, I mean,
or both.
I mean, at least a joke as a mistake. A joke as a mistake, I think you can continue to live with. I don't know what other. Jess, what's the most recent ass tat you've seen?
Worse. It would be worse if it showed up on his lower back than it would on his ass cheek.
A lower back tat on a dude. That is a power move that I don't even think I'm comfortable with, and I'm very comfortable
of
with
himself. It's saying thick boy season.
Jay, would you get the tattoo in Waterboy of Roy Orbison that Fonzie got on his ass in Waterboy? No, they're all mistakes. They're all mistakes. Even the pretend ones in fiction, they're mistakes. So. And my wife's right here. What was the most recent ass tattoo you saw?
Oh no.
Maybe fitting for the show, a pot leaf with a bunch of script words, and she didn't do the tat, so she wasn't interested in reading the sentence. But unless it was just a really shitty job by the tattoo artist, and she works at the Rorschach Gallery. Excuse me, it's not a tattoo shop; it's an art studio.
So wait! You said a pot. You said a weed leaf and scripture?
Script words. It could be scripture. I mean, people that get tattoos are a different type of people. So, I mean,
think if you're going to get the word of God tattooed on you, your ass cheek next to a weed leaf probably isn't the best combination.
Well, it comes from the book of Snoop.
Okay.
Book 4, chapter 20. Excuse me. Since
shalt light
God
it up on
thou
420.
createth
Yeah.
this plant, thou shalt smoketh it. And I don't know if that's directly from the Bible. You know, the King James version. I don't think has
It's got to be
the book
somewhere in
of
there.
Snoop. But
Humans.
you're gonna fuck around and find out, right, Country K?
I
know you don't have to change it back.
No, it's fine. I honestly, I heard y'all was from the Sir Broderick's version of the Bible, not the King James.
Oh, there you go. I mean, you know, and some of the stuff that they cut out, I think, was real vital to you know, Jesus's message, but you know, it just didn't fit with the brand that the Catholic Church was going for when they were going on their inquisitions and murdering you know, millions in the name of that same Savior. Because you know the whole you know, peace on earth, and here's some, you know, random chronic to roll up in parchment, because that's what I think they called paper back then. You know, it fits now, I guess, if you look at the whole, you know, Jesus, you know, no, you know, sandals, walking around, long hair, kind of hippie vibe that we've turned, you know, the Arab Jesus into the, you know, the white blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus. But I think we're going down a rabbit hole that we probably should avoid, unless you guys,
I'm
actually stoking me into more Catholic Church. I remember one of the first.
Comfortable with having this conversation with anybody. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you going right down Josh's alley. I was definitely gonna take a back seat to this one and stare motherfuckingly at this conversation.
Right.
Merry Christmas, by the way.
Episode of Logical Sense.
Merry Christmas. It's Jesus's birthday. For all the giving, just remember that it's representative by the three kings that gave frankincense, myrrh, and then they always leave gold like it's like an afterthought. But the frankincense and myrrh are like just for what you make a dead person not smell bad. And then somebody was like, "Well, how some riches?" And they're just.
I think it's disrespectful. We celebrate somebody's birthday 5 months after it was already happening.
I mean, we had to make it fit the Gregorian calendar, Country K. But I didn't study enough history to really know anything other than just you know, speculation at this point.
All created.
I feel like sports should be the topic now, guys. What about you?
Well, it's gonna take some kind of biblical miracle to save the Jets from their mess, huh?
Ooh,
suspended for
great transition.
As if people wouldn't have learned from Calvin Ridley's situation. Miles Austin, former Dallas Cowboy, former Cleveland Brown, now
former Monmouth University grad. That's in Jersey. That's why he's local.
And now a wide receiver. Well, not anymore for at least a year. The wide receivers coach for the New York Jets has been suspended for 1 year for violating the NFL's gambling policy. It has not been confirmed whether or not he bet a game, but of whether he did bet on NFL games, didn't bet on NFL games, he's not supposed to be betting. Now, at this point, Corey, especially it being the Jets, is anything like this surprising to you?
I mean, when you hear guys get in trouble for betting and they're in the NFL, it's weird because it's a really avoidable thing. The NFL makes it very clear, just don't gamble at all. So, I mean, you know, we don't know the specifics. We don't know if he went to AC and was just, you know, betting on roulette. We don't know if he was at a racetrack and betting on horses. So the actual, you know, scandalous nature of what he was doing, you know, we don't know. You know, we allowed Michael Jordan to do whatever he wanted. And we know he wasn't really betting on basketball, but, you know, nobody cared that Michael Jordan, you know, we don't care how he spent the hours between 12:30 a.m. to usually about, you know, 6:45 p.m. the next day. And, you know, the hours of 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and 4 a.m. exist in those hours. So we really didn't care about what Michael Jordan was doing because there was no social media and we didn't really bother our athletes about personal lives as much as we do in 2022. My bad. You're
showcased all of his gambling problems, everything that he had going on with him. If you don't know what the hell we're talking about Michael Jordan, go watch The Last Dance. The dude was essentially a compulsive gambler.
He's competitive. I think
Very competitive. Yes, I'll give him
I
that.
would
But
say the kind of insanity it takes to create the most competitive human being of all time in a world of sports where pretty much everybody that's successful is competitive. Not surprising that when he's just sitting still somewhere, he wants to make it a high stakes situation that he can win, and then sometimes loses and probably gets pissed because he's not as elite a gambler or golfer or baseball player that he was a basketball player. But Miles Austin was actually doing a pretty decent job with some of those young Jets wide receivers. I mean, even integrating Davis in last year, and bringing in Garrett Wilson in. I mean, we could talk about what's his name, Eli Moore, under the quarterback play of Mike White actually being a player, and when he was in games with Zach Wilson, it was like he was a ghost, and I don't mean the A7FL team from Orlando.
people have been talking about bust in the NFL, and I just want to make this clear. I saw a stat today. In the first
22 starts between Zach Wilson and Jamarcus Russell.
Same 22. First 22 games, he has the same stats as Jamarcus Russell. And what a waste of a number 2 pick. I mean, where else could they have gone with that?
Who else could they have drafted, is what you're asking?
Well, at number 2.
Well, when the talk was happening, the decision at that time was re-sign or just keep for 1 year Sam Darnold, right? Who, we just pulled off it's the Scooby-Doo meme, excuse me. It's the Scooby-Doo meme. We just pulled off Zach Wilson's mask, and who he really is a younger version of Sam Darnold. That's just more of an asshole. And the talk is you take that number 2 pick and you trade back and you get more players, high draft pick players. And I mean, look at that draft. I think Micah Parsons is a player that could be suiting up for the Jets right now. And, with a defensive coach in Robert Saleh, which is defense with, the young defensive line talent they have is carrying a team that is thankful that their 6th round quarterback comes in and just does not ruin the game for them. And if they were to have who, Mike White?
No, I'm just
I thought you meant
oh no, that's what I'm saying. They root for the 6th round draft pick quarterback to come in, not because he's the best quarterback in the league or they think he's great, I think, but because he doesn't ruin the game, so they celebrate to see him in the huddle. I bet you Zach Wilson sometimes has a difficult time calling plays without the offensive coordinator repeating them in his ear. Those are the types of things that make you lose faith in your rookie quarterback, not the mistakes. I mean, look at Trevor Lawrence's career so far. They've basically let that kid figure it out on his own because Urban Meyer was a coach for his full rookie year. So on his own, no coaching, his first full year on his own. And guess what? He had it. His team believed in him. His organization set him up. And now when we look at who Trevor Lawrence is as a quarterback, everybody to a man is saying, yeah, that's him. He's him. Well, Zach Wilson,
I mean, he got Dougie P, though. Dougie P nurtures talent.
Does, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Dougie P nurtures talent. I feel like Trevor Lawrence made that big step because of Dougie P. Because if you'd just had another mediocre coach or a defensive coach, you'd probably would have regressed too.
No, I think the Jaguars getting Doug Peterson as their head coach is probably the smartest move for them that they could have made, especially if you're trying to grow.
And that's coming from me. I hate the Jaguars.
Well, I mean, and especially since they want to grow Trevor Lawrence into what everybody has predicting he would have been since he was in high school. Everybody's in high school was saying, like, this kid, holy fuck, he might be the next Tom Brady. He might be the next Joe Montana. He might be like the next top arm in the. Well, his first year obviously wasn't great. That's the first time he's had a losing season
in
ever.
his life, yeah.
And now he's slowly getting better. He has a better head coach. They're building around.
And the Jets just choked on a second pick right after that. Because let's be honest, the 49ers aren't looking like they did the best thing that they could have done for their organization in the same draft.
Oh, please don't get him started.
I've been saying this shit forever.
Oh my God.
Horrible mistake. And I said it immediately. As soon as we drafted Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant, I was like, watch Brock Purdy be a better quarterback than Trey Lance.
But let's be fair, you were saying that jokingly.
No. I wasn't saying that jokingly because I absolutely 100% knew that Trey Lance was not ready. You're coming from an FCS school where you've only played one season. Yeah, granted, you had an undefeated season and everything else like that, but they based on intangibles, based on what you physically look like, the potential of what, oh man, he can throw the ball a mile. Okay, what does he do under big time pressure, big time situations? We don't know yet because he's hurt. Kyle Shanahan, runs him into the fucking dirt first few games and now you have Brock Purdy who's actually starting to command the offense, and everybody around him is like, okay, maybe this kid's got something. And
is he young Jimmy G?
He's been proving that he's probably the answer, and they made a mistake. Actually, the situation would know they made a huge mistake by drafting Trey Lance at number 3 and giving up all of that to go get him. They could have made a better pick.
So Shanahan was right, and we've already talked about this, but I just want to rub it in everybody's face in San Francisco, unfortunately, except for my grandfather, who is a great fan of the Niners. But I'm just going to make sure he doesn't listen to this part. He was actually at the Dwight Clark catch. He was there. Longtime Palo Alto resident David Hammond, engineer out there, built a lot of the buildings you probably walk around. But you guys still made the playoffs.
Okay.
And it just goes to show you that Shanahan was right when he said he wanted to draft who, and you guys said that was the dumbest thing that could have ever happened.
He wanted to draft Mac
and Cheese.
I said that was the best pick for the Niners.
And if you look at what Brock Purdy is,
given where
and you look at what Mac Jones is like the best possible version of what Brock Purdy could be, period.
But where they got him, that's what I'm saying. We didn't have to give all that up to even get Mac Jones. Waited to that point, till 11 or 12, to get Jones. That's where he fell. We could have gotten him there. Nobody else had those QB needs the way.
Well, that Mac Jones went there, but what I'm saying is when Shanahan first made the news that's the guy of these quarterbacks that he said, I think that this guy is the guy that we should go with. Every San Francisco 49er fan thought that, well, that's blasphemous because these other guys have way more potential. And they probably did based on their pro days and the bra that Trey Lance was wearing for whatever reason, because that's only potential. There's no actual
that's
good decision making there.
Who made Trey Lance in the conversation for that? Yeah, I understand you had God damn it, who
Wentz, you're gonna say Wentz, Carson Wentz?
Justin Fields. They were talking about Justin Fields. They were talking about a little bit of Mac. Who went before? Who was number one before?
It was Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson.
Wilson, Trey Lance, right? And then after that, it went Justin Fields and Mac.
And then it went Mac, and then it went Justin Fields. And I don't think I would prefer Justin Fields because Justin Fields is the same quarterback as Trey Lance and Zach Wilson, which is he has talent, is not good. I mean, my bad, Justin Fields. You got drafted by the Bears. But you also went to Ohio State where they teach you an RPO offense that is not going to help you understand the nuances in the NFL. But I mean,
but that's what I'm looking at comparisons. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, right? Chandler Parsons, or not Chandler Parsons, that's a basketball player.
Jones.
Oh no, yeah, no, it is Chandler Parsons. The DN monster for the Cowboys.
Oh, you're talking about Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. I'm sorry, Micah Parsons. He was available for all of those teams.
If you would have had Fred Warner and Micah Parsons on the same, the defense would be even better than what it.
I mean, you have the sack leader in the NFL right now, Sam.
And then we would have had Micah Parsons and Fred Warner. Can you imagine?
And at the end of the day, you're in the playoffs.
But the thing is, people keep saying, like, y'all saying add Micah, right? But Micah's only playing like Micah because he plays for the Cowboys. He literally said before draft day he only wants to go to Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like me saying I wouldn't want to play for the Jets and them knocking on my door and being like, "Bro, just save us for the rest of this season. We'll pay you $2 million." I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't want to pay for the Jets."
Well, that's a different situation.
Oh, it's definitely a different situation. I have no talent. Michael Parsons is one of the best football players on this planet. So I would obviously take the money. But Micah Parsons also, I love the A7FL, and Matt Ryan one time heard him talking about 7-on-7, thought he meant A7FL. He was actually talking about like pass skelly in practice, which is no contact. And when Matt offered Micah Parsons to come to our league, I actually quickly said, maybe don't. It's not for you, bro. That would be a nightmare of epic proportion.
You're trying to convince him not to go so that maybe if he gets there,
I don't have to convince anybody. I think the amount he gets paid per play would be more than the cash prize if he were to win the entire season. So I think I'm pretty safe, but just in case I put my 2 cents in there because A, I always do for most things, and B, if I got a conversation with a famous person, I would be down with it. But how about this for the NFL? Because I don't, I'm going to let you guys do picks and stuff. But I was actually just how I do. I'm just trying to tick people off at times.
Trolling.
I was playing a football game, and there was Ravens and Giants fans there, and I really wanted to piss some people off. So I said my hot NFL take that I'm starting to like more and more every week. But guys, you know who Daniel Jones is?
Yep, Danny Dimes.
Stop saying that.
So you mean Lamar Jackson, right?
I mean,
no.
We can call him the white chocolate of football.
Stop it, because that's the only thing that everyone's looking at when I say that and says it can't be. Oh, that's not possible. Now, Lamar Jackson has a different level of athleticism and escapability and elusiveness in the open field than Daniel Jones.
Right.
But how about this? On your guys' free time, since you hate what I just said, go look at their average yards per rush play, because Lamar Jackson's average yards per rush on the season also includes the time he scrambles from a designed pass in which the defense spreads out more. So if you actually look at the average yards per designed called rush play, it's about 6.5, 7 for both of them. If you look at their top clocked speed on a football field, you know who's actually got a top clocked speed that's faster? than Lamar Jackson?
So you mean to tell me right now if Michael Jackson, if
Exactly.
if Lamar Jackson and Daniel Jones were to race each other head to head, Daniel Jones would win?
I'm saying that clocked by a miles per hour marker on a field, Daniel Jones on that time he tripped himself up. He was running so fast.
Turf
Again,
monster got him.
a different level of athleticism. Obviously.
He's never ran so fast in his life. His body didn't know what to do with it.
And
He was so
neither has
fucking
Lamar
scared.
Jackson. And neither has Lamar Jackson ever ran that fast in his life.
He said Daniel Jones is so fucking scared. That's why he was running so fast.
But what I will say is that the entirety of both of their careers, as far back as youth, Daniel Jones has always been told one thing, and Lamar Jackson has always been told another thing, and neither have to do with their overall skill set. Because if you look at their passing numbers with always struggling wide receiving cores, does that sound similar?
Yep.
They're eerily similar, and when you bring in what the offense that the Giants are running, which is basically a similar offense that the Bills adopted to help Josh Allen kind of, break into the league with some of his running abilities, as well as mix in with the pass. And then you look at what the Giants are doing this year, basically with smoke and mirrors, able to beat decent teams in the NFL consistently. Danny Dimes, Lamar Jackson, same dude. Output wise, at least, at minimum. But if you told somebody that just on its face with no facts behind it, you would think it was stupid because you look at Daniel Jones and he looks like Eli Manning.
Yeah.
That guy does not move
looks like a dork.
That guy
Yeah,
does
he
not
just-
move like Eli Manning.
Yep.
Because he's a Duke athlete. That's the only reason.
I mean,
Guy
Duke
came from
athletes,
Duke. How
Duke
fast can he
athletes.
be?
I feel like
How
when you are
athletic can he be?
when you're accepted to Duke, it's almost like you
Nah.
go through this whitewashing process in which, like, if you had long hair, it's cut. If you had tattoos, they're removed. If you usually
Yeah.
wear a stubble, gone. If you had a fake tooth with like a golden here, they fix it. And then all of a sudden, now you have to wear Ralph Lauren polo for the rest of your life. But I bet you Danny Dimes, before he was on, he had the do-rag and he was smoking. He was like, yo,
Danny
that
Dimes was
G
Joe
Suite,
Burrow.
coach. I mean,
He was Joe
I
Burrow's
would
demeanor.
argue that Joe Burrow in his time at LSU developed a little bit of melanin as well, but that's another conversation.
I feel like it may be the case. It might have awakened him, but he is from Ohio. And if you've seen him play basketball, I don't know.
Well, let's say he had the card, but when he was in Ohio, we've heard the Dave Chappelle specials talk about what's out there in Ohio. So maybe he just wasn't, he wasn't ingrained in the culture until he was down in Louisiana, and then that's like a culture that's a culture shock because that's as culture-y as you can get down there at times. And
I mean, he was always good though. So he went to Cincinnati. He saw motherfuckers like Kenyon Martin.
I mean, Joe Burrow's the guy, bro.
I think Joe Burrow will bring the Bengals a couple of Super Bowls.
To just, bring DJ Madsticks in the conversation. Did I not tell DJ Madsticks when he said he declared for the Jets that he should have just bought low on the Bengals? Because everybody was hating on the Bengals in the beginning of the year. Everybody thought that they weren't going to make the playoffs, that they weren't good. Oh, they're going to be worse than the Steelers.
Man,
nope.
I tried to tell
buy
these
low.
guys.
Buy low. Everybody was buying the Jets.
Well, I mean, how could you not? They were playing well.
Fuck that. I told y'all.
How
Joe
could
Burrow.
you not? How could you not?
They were at that one point.
Excuse me. You're asking me how could you not trust the Jets
Here we go,
to be a legitimate organization?
Yep.
And
You asked
were
him one of those
wondering
crazy
out
questions.
loud, as a commenter on football that should be respected, you were wondering out loud why not the Jets?
You definitely said that out loud.
by me asking that question, I think addresses it as much as it needs to be addressed. As stupid as the 49ers looked when their third pick quarterback goes out for the season with injury. As an organization, John Lynch hired one of the best offensive-minded coaches in this era of football. That has taken a kid named Brock Purdy into the playoffs.
Still debatable.
I mean, it is definitely debatable. I mean, we're never going to forget 28-3 until he does something different. But
or
I mean, he got Jimmy G. He got Jimmy G like paid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got Matt Ryan. He got Matt Ryan like a couple of the same Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Matt Ryan an MVP.
I mean, Matt Ryan if he wins that Super Bowl, might be a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like Matt Ryan was a quarter and a half away from the Hall of Fame with Shanahan as his coach. I mean,
now he's at the tail
special.
end of two of the biggest comebacks in NFL history.
I mean,
one during the regular season and one during the Super Bowl.
What they're doing to otherwise great quarterbacks, not you, Carson Wentz. What they're doing to otherwise great quarterbacks in Indianapolis recently, as far back as even Peyton Manning. So it's Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Phillip Rivers, and now Matt Ryan. And you could say what you want about those guys, but in their primes, they're better than the guy that's probably on your team right now. Not you, Country K. It's Tom Brady for you. Now that's not really, that doesn't mean as much as it used to anymore either. But there's a reason why Todd Bowles, a former Jet head coaching hire,
Our whole offensive line is injured. Our entire offensive line is injured. I do not care, and it does not affect me.
Kind of convention.
I mean, they're still in first place or within striking distance. So, I mean,
that's still the saddest thing I've ever.
Exactly my.
So,
hey, fam, I got one question for you.
Yes.
One question. Are the Niners first place in the NFC West?
Yeah, we won the division already.
Cool. One question. Are the Bucks in the first place in the NFC South?
As of now, yes.
Do both teams get a first
Who's gonna,
game
are
bye?
the Saints gonna?
No,
they don't.
Oh.
I mean, not first game bye, first game at home.
Yeah,
I'm high. So none of this shit matters.
Better question. If you have one player at quarterback to win a playoff game, and I tell you could have Brock Purdy or Tom Brady.
Today's Brady.
I would
still
pick
taking today's Brady.
Tom Brady sucks against backup quarterbacks. Has been given throughout Brady.
Oh my god, that's bullshit. But I'm still
not against each other. That's not going to be the first matchup.
He's already beaten them once this year. I think he could do it again.
Well,
yeah, I'm taking Tom.
Well, Tom and the Bucks likely would play the best record wild card team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're playing,
and that would be the Cowboys that they beat. Man, that doesn't set up any better.
Oh man, it's
the greatest of all time.
To
just add to that resume, boys. You guys know what my son's name is, right? Braden Hammond.
Braden?
Yep. Just so that I didn't name it Brady and I was just that bad. But yes, Brady is my son and he's a 2-time champ and he's only 13 years old.
He's already name is there.
What? His name is Brady Hammond and I don't know who I would honestly, if I could name him Marino Hammond and his nickname not be Mary, I would have done it. But the thing about kids is you have to do it with a wife/woman, depending on how brave you are. And I don't think I was going to get Marino by, even if I snuck it in on the birth certificate.
Brady was about as far as you were probably going to take it.
I mean, that's a good name. You got to also remember when I was in high school, Sayreville High School one of our best athletes to ever come out of the high school I went to was Brandon Hoyt. He was a linebacker from Notre Dame. So, de facto Notre Dame fan. When we scored a touchdown in high school, it was the Notre Dame fight song. So that time, Brady Quinn was also the quarterback, unfortunately, for Notre Dame. But
Holy crap.
Brady the GOAT, and I ain't talking about Tom.
So speaking of high school and somewhat college, I think that kid that pulled the no-show went to my alma mater.
Which one is this?
The kid that the 5-star receiver that he no-showed at his signing day event from Miami.
Do you guys listen? I listen to myself on your guys' show like almost as soon as it's over. So I love like when guys get attention. I'm not saying the guys shouldn't get attention, but this signing day thing, and then everybody does the same stupid joke with the hats, and then they just have to one up them by putting it further on their head. I mean, the only thing that I liked was that Travis Hunter made everybody subscribe to his YouTube channel only to tell them the exact thing that they already knew. I'm the college football analyst, but where I draw the line is I'm not reporting where guys that no one's ever heard of before the day that they show up on Twitter where they're going, because really all that we care about is what the coaches show their boosters, which is the how many stars each guy got, and then we can figure out who's who, because Joe Burrow had to transfer out of Ohio State because his coaching staff thought that there were better quarterbacks in front of him. I've seen those other quarterbacks in the NFL. I wouldn't say that they were correct. So
actually, he's not a receiver, he's a DB.
What?
I said that guy's not a receiver, he's a DB. I just saw it right now. Sorry.
Oh, got you. I mean, that is good news. I think there's
So wait,
I'm not a
he committed, but he no-showed the signing event?
Yeah, he no-showed his signing day. But the purpose for me bringing it up, so it's rumored for him to be going to Colorado with Prime.
Oh God!
And he's supposed to be like like the 5 best corner in the nation right now for high school. So if he gets him in Colorado and have him on the other side of Travis Hunter, they kind of got to shut down defense.
Well, and that'll be important in the Pac-12.
Yeah,
big time. That's going to be very interesting. Colorado has gotten a lot of transfer portal guys and a lot of high schoolers very interested in going to Boulder Creek.
And you know what? For all the things we talk about, Dion, you don't just show up to Jackson State and have them start going undefeated in the HBCU division and think that it has there's no coaching involved. I think that Dion knows that just as important as the scheme, which I think he has assistants to help with, the confidence that he kind of instills in his guys. I think that he could potentially do something special. And, as we continue to talk about what Dion's done and, the aftermath of what it meant, like I said the last time we talked, guys, is, that went from an all-time bad dad to an all-time great dad move, because now we see Shadir Sanders, posts and tweets and little stupid videos of him throwing the ball to nobody in slow motion. We see those everywhere now, and he's a Division I athlete. That's on the radar, at least for, scouts in the year that, this year, which he would be eligible. So, he's also bringing the other brother. I saw the other brother entered the transfer portal. He's going to Colorado. So, yep. So Deion Sanders is, for me, football dad, he's my idol right now.
So I have a scenario. Do you think the end game is Division I football for Prime? Or do you think he has further aspirations to possibly be an NFL head coach?
He'd shut that down.
I think I think what happens between the college and NFL game, especially the coaching, is when you're a college coach, you're always coaching kids. You're always coaching message. And, one of the reasons why I was able to, sometimes be somewhat on the nose with some of my picks, especially with the upsets, is because, college kids are predictable in how unpredictable they can be, or how, the off the field and the noise stuff can affect things. And great leaders can change that and can, message that out of programs. And, you can get a kid to play a little bit above his talent level, all that kind of stuff. In the NFL, those are all now adult professional men who know the game pretty damn well, I'd say, if they're at that level. And the only thing that they follow is not the pomp and circumstance, not the Twitter following, not the attention and the extra media, because the NFL's not, it can't really get bigger than it is already, my opinion. But what I will say is that, what he's shown as a college coach so far is that he's an elite recruiter. He's getting talent to maybe play better than they are. He's getting guys on the same page, and he has those kids believing.
Yeah.
And, the best thing that I saw, and why I'm a Coach Prime fan, for real now, because I didn't really like all the Twitter stuff, is that, after the tight end dropped the touchdown pass, they were putting that video out there of what real coaching is. And it's looking a kid, especially for kids, right? And, the NFL is just scheme. And, if you're going to be able to trick the other defensive coordinator, then, you're going to get a promotion to head coach and then get fired in 3 years. But in college, you look a kid in his face, when his world just like fell out from beneath his fingertips, and you say it's going to be all right, dude, you're going to be fine, and we got your back. And, it wasn't just you, that cohort kind of thing. That's coaching, and that was elite from Prime. And, I'm rooting for him in Colorado, because it's definitely an interesting storyline. And I root for Lane Kiffin, and he's an interesting storyline for other reasons. So if I root for that asshole, I'm going to root for Coach Prime.
That whole thing there, it just brings a different light to it, because I really do think, because I'm starting to think right now, like, what if he's trying to basically follow his kids into the pros and somehow becomes a head coach somewhere and then drafts both of his sons and then they take over the NFL.
I mean, that goes from him being one of the all-time good dads to then the GOAT of all time. If he does that, if he's able to somehow figure that out, that's the greatest move of all time. Now, I don't think some of these NFL teams are thinking, heavy about if Jim Harbaugh is actually a potential candidate, and we went to a Super Bowl. And they have questions about if he can do it. I think the NFL is gonna let Dion, have his fun on the recruiting trail.
Well, I mean, I think
College game day.
For some coaches, though, you can be successful in college and not be a great NFL coach, and then but go back into college and do good. That happened with Nick Saban. He was at LSU. He was doing really well. Went to Miami, fucking sucked. Now he's created a dynasty in Alabama.
I mean, who was his quarterback for when Nick Saban was in Miami? It was the washed Dante Culpepper, right?
Was it?
And maybe Brian Greasy. Yeah, it was not good options. So look, and they could have got Drew Brees, which was the funny thing.
Harbaugh, I think, could be both an NFL or a college coach. I just think right now he feels staying at Michigan is probably his.
Well, he's the closest he's ever been to being able to just stay at Michigan for the rest of his life. That's maybe a great segue, Jay. Jay, great segue. Because now if we talk about college football, and I like how we've danced around all these football topics. They're fun. Maybe we can jump back into the A7FL on Fox 5.2, the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. But that's for later.
What does that sound like? ESPN 8 the Ocho.
It's actually ESPN. It's Fox 5.2. So although ABC owns Fox now, they still, I guess they want to keep Tucker Carlson insulated so nothing can touch him. I mean, there's a lot that he needs to be insulated from, and as a hero for that type of person, Tucker Carlson, Fox is going to do everything they can to protect him because, and rightfully so, his fame and credibility is always at risk. So as much as they can insulate around that man, as he asks his stupid, I almost cursed. I'm allowed to curse. As he asks his stupid questions, infer where the curse is. So, and Tucker Carlson is the perfect way to kind of lead into this college football playoff because, as we were talking about, who and why and where, it doesn't make any sense. And it makes us ask interesting questions like, is TCU deserving? Did they not want him to be? I don't know. I'm not going to do a Tucker Carlson.
I'm looking at
Michigan TCU to me, it's Country K walking up to me. And Country K, how tall are you? You're 6'10"?
Mm-hmm.
So if Country K walked up to me in the streets, Country K, Michigan, me, Max Duggan in TCU, looking all cool. And that even fits perfectly because in the A7FL, I get undue respect and attention, I guess, because I seem to be a good storyline. So Country K, Michigan, and this isn't real because me and Country K are also are cool. Like we have no beef. But if you put us up against each other, Country K would take his huge hands, shove my body into the ground, and then quickly walk on to the next round. And I think that's really all we're going to have to say about what that first matchup is going to be. Basically, it would be if me and Country K had a celebrity death match type of claymation boxing, because I am not doing that for real. There's some fake teeth somewhere in here, and I'm not putting them at risk. Not that I'm scared, Country K, but 6'10", I already know I lost with that reach. Unless you become an amputee before the fight, and then I'll gladly take you on.
Hopefully not.
No, absolutely not. And I don't want that to happen. We're not speaking that into existence. But what we are speaking into existence is that Michigan is 6'10", probably close to 300, and TCU is the current Corey Hammond, which is 6 foot. Jess, don't say a goddamn word. 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. 195. Michigan advances. So maybe then we could talk about if Georgia, is going to have any issues with Ohio State.
Well, it's turning out to be the storyline that we had talked about. It was going to turn out one of a couple of ways, but it's turning out to be setting up a storyline to where now it becomes a question if it is at all possible that Ohio State can somehow pull it off against Georgia.
Right.
And like you said, we know Michigan is basically going to dog walk TCU. It's not even going to be close.
Right.
And it turns into a Michigan-Ohio State national championship game. Now Jim Harbaugh gets Michigan to win the national championship and beat Ohio State twice in 1 year, one of those times being in the biggest game of the year. They're going to make a statue of that man.
Or in your scenario, if he loses, then he might get fired. Listen, let me ask you this. That's the matchup that everybody wants to see, right? Period. And let's not even say when, but that's the matchup that we want, right?
That's the best storyline.
Let me ask you another question. Damn, am I the college football Tucker Carlson? Oh my God, I am an asshole.
You
But
are.
at least I try. At least I try. At least I try.
You're not that big an asshole.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson tries the other way. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
That's the matchup we want to see. And the question I ask you is, if you had to say which team was better, TCU or Ohio State, which would you probably feel was the better team?
I don't think it's a question. I think it's more Ohio State for sure.
So then why isn't that the first semifinal matchup and a guaranteed must-watch game? When we're already when I basically told you that TCU is Corey Hammond stepping up to Country K.
So
I don't know why we avoided potentially the greatest semifinal matchup of all time in hype, because we wanted to maybe have it for a national championship when we know that Georgia is going to murder Ohio State, in my opinion. Now, it could go the other way. And I would say that CJ Stroud is a more talented quarterback than Stetson Bennett. But I would say that the Georgia Bulldogs have proven time and time again that there's not one weakness in their team that any of these other three should be able to easily exploit. And the only way that you're going to be able to take them down is if you can stand up toe to toe with them, because they have a 6'10", 270 pound freshman tight end. Now he's 6'7". I just added 3 inches, but if he played basketball, he'd definitely be 6'10". But that's the championship matchup I see, because what Michigan proved to me after I doubted them is that their offensive line is the real deal, that their offensive line can block NFL defensive linemen. And I don't think that what we saw from Ohio State is that NFL defensive linemen are going to get stopped and keep them from getting to CJ Stroud, causing pressure and potentially mistakes, even though the wide receiving core is so elite, it's dangerous.
Well, I look at it this way. So let's look at it in the sense of, we think Georgia's going to go through Ohio State and win. Does Michigan stand a chance against a team like Georgia?
I think that more. What should I do? Because if I say out loud that I still don't believe in Michigan, maybe they'll continue to dominate on the offensive line to prove me wrong, which is kind of what I want. Or should I just say that I finally now believe for the first time since losing money when Hart, Henny, and Heartline were all names in the Ohio State and Michigan rivalry, that I actually trust a big team, a Big Ten team in the trenches against an SEC team.
Look, man.
Because it's been since like the 2000s, and I was wrong then.
Yeah, but you gotta understand. I hear where you're coming from, but like I told you several weeks ago, khaki pants winning the chip.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want. So what I'm asking, Country K, since that's what I want, should I continue to publicly on your show say that I don't believe in Michigan?
Because how superstitious are you? I'm sorry, but how superstitious are you?
I mean, I don't ever step on the sideline when I jump into a game.
Okay.
Now, this is what I'll say. I've never believed more in a Big Ten trench warfare than I do in this Michigan team after seeing what they did to Ohio State with their backup running back, because their offensive line won them the game.
Yeah.
And I've always been a Jim Harbaugh fan. I've always rooted for the khakis against the let's say the convenient heart attack. And although the convenient heart attack seemed to always get the khaki guy every single time, thank God another convenient heart attack took place, and he's finally out of there and hopefully not coming back. Well, that's a lie. We're going to see his slimy face show up sooner or later, whether it's in the coverage. That's the Tucker Carlson of college football. There you go. So I'm rooting for khakis. I might go to Walmart and buy khakis. I might seize the fucking day every day until then. Fuck it. I'll even wear those ugly ass glasses and stand like this all the time.
Jim Harbaugh will be the biggest costume in Halloween out there in Michigan.
Man, you were talking about getting Matt Ryan tattoos. There's going to be some fucking Jim Harbaugh doing that. You know that lady meme where she's like looking, but Jim Harbaugh's doing that on the sideline every fucking Saturday. You guys know the meme.
Yep.
You know the meme.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
People are going to get that tatted on them, and that also will be a mistake.
It's like he's crowning.
But it's oh. And indeed, he will be wearing the crown in mid-January.
But yeah, I'm seriously think y'all underestimate how many tattoos are already placed whenever he beat Ohio State this year.
Yep.
And if you're a Michigan fan and you live in Jersey and you don't want to get your ass tatted, hit up at Jess Ham Tattoos. Come to the Rorschach Art Gallery and get yourself a fine Jim Harbaugh crowning tattoo. And I'll explain that. Yeah, her face. I finally have the headphones because now we're doing the we're broadcasting the A7FL Nevada Fall on Fox 5.2 and the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. And me and my partners in crime are broadcasting. So now I actually have this headset so my wife doesn't hear you guys and isn't laughing at me as much as she usually does because you guys are able to make fun of me easily because I'm an easy target.
All she hears is you saying Jim
Harbaugh crowning tattoo, and yeah.
Keywords are like the worst when you're eavesdropping.
I mean, if we dropped out of nowhere, or if DJ Madsticks came on at the exact moment that you said Jim Harbaugh looks like he's crowning, I think he would just do this. He'd just like,
All right.
Yep. All right, DJ Madsticks, and how was that Jets win?
Oh man,
how's that Jets pick looking, DJ Madsticks?
He probably should have gotten Detroit. Probably should have been a Lions fan.
I mean, what's funny is that every football guy's favorite coach is Dan Campbell for a good reason. And Jared Goff, everybody wrote him off just like they wrote off Geno Smith, just like they're writing off Baker Mayfield. Look at him, lacking. That's close enough. It's like the 5-second rule with food, right? If I say Baker Mayfield and 5 seconds go by,
yep, not doing the job.
I just said it again and you missed it. Oh, there it is. All right.
Just realized it. Yep.
More time. That honestly, that's one of my favorite games when we come on the show is the number 6 from Oklahoma game. And I'm not going to say it. I guess.
Oh no, he's any description of him, he's gonna press it. He's gonna press it.
So Heisman winning DB for exactly, because I didn't mean defensive back. That's one of my favorite football jokes. So playoffs comes down to this, guys. Semifinals. There's gonna be some Country K's versus some Corey Hammonds. And then it's all about khakis. It's all about khakis. And
so
that's what I want to see.
So we are we going on record saying that the choice of who we want to win the national championship is Michigan?
Oh, who we want.
Is that safe?
I think who we want absolutely is Michigan. If anybody wants TCU, it's because they also are like go to vote every November and literally just fill in a circle and then right next to it write anarchy. So if you want TCU to win, and let me just give you a sneak preview. My wife is working on the Huss design, and it's looking. You can't see it. Oh, no, that's not happening. That's good. That's good TV and video right there, showing an unseeable thing to the camera. Hey guys, check this out. I'm old now. Boom. I'll never live that down if my kids see that or this. I guess that's why I never let them watch this one.
Oh. But we're so looking at it in that sense, the bowl season so far has been interesting. It was beaten pretty badly by Eastern Michigan. We're going into now this weekend. So next weekend is the start of the playoff.
Yes. Yes. And
Shit.
then usually I think it's gonna fall because they're gonna probably do it the third, fourth. I gotta look at it. I got four kids now. Now everybody jokes that I got like 9,000. I got 4 kids, which is still a lot. So this Christmas week, I'm not looking at college football, unfortunately, guys. Sorry. I'm very prepared for the show. That's why I'm leaning on just general takes and going into my usual Jets talk. But seriously, the semifinals, I think what the college football playoff has done for me is it's almost taken some of the luster out of the bowl games. You obviously see things like, it was Frank Gore Jr. running for almost 300 yards. You see Florida kicking a field goal at the end of a game just to make sure they don't get shut out.
That's sad.
You see things, right? But,
Love to see it.
but college football to me, at least for me this season, has been more about the adjustment to college football just now officially being professional and all these outlets still giving it to us as if it's amateur, and then we're not seeing kids go to bowl games and play. We're not seeing kids stick with a school for more than basically a semester at times, entering transfer portals, looking, and these 5-star quarterbacks now are just doing this carousel. So, finding guys that are going to be the Stetson Bennett's moving forward is going to be more and more rare because, yeah, you can transfer here and there, but so I think for me, college football, it's real too because my son's going to be a freshman. He's 6 foot, 165 pounds, two-time youth football champion, and obviously as a quarterback dad, he's got some polish to him. I think we got to work on him. But what's funny is my son had a 98-yard quarterback sneak this year, so he's got speed too. So
holy shit.
Well,
Jeez.
I call all the plays. So I called quarterback sneak at the 2, just get the breathing room, and the defense wasn't prepared. So as soon as he got past the second level, because he caught him unaware.
Mm.
He was just faster than everybody, and at a Pop Warner, the speed differential is a lot more. So nobody was getting an angle on him, and it was like, all right, I'll pat myself on the back for a quarterback sneak touchdown call.
Holy shit.
Next time it's third and 30, we'll call quarterback sneak. We'll convert.
Yep. That's how it works. Always how it works. You got to keep going for it on fourth down. It's 50-50 chance, no matter what.
So you guys would not get the Las Vegas regional television, would you?
Not regional television, no.
Yeah, so
Depends. I got the
obviously
black
as a guy from Jersey and I'm calling the
actually,
games.
yeah, you do. He has a magical box that has like Aladdin's genie in that motherfucker.
There you go. So, for Jay and all the fans in the greater Nevada area that get that Fox 5.2, just kind of cap my little appearance, and then I'll let you guys do your pro picks because I don't want to be any part of picks anymore. My record's too good. I'm gonna retire on top from that. I play football every year, tackle, no pads. Since I was 26, and I'm gonna be 36 next year. So I should quit at the top in one thing in my life, and it'll be for picks at least for the year of 2022. We'll do some more picks, maybe in 23, I'm sure. But A7FL Nevada guys, Nevada, excuse me. They don't like when I say no, whatever. They have their fall going on. And, I know you guys enjoy our league, but what's interesting is to see a new division kind of like really get into the rivalries within the state, because Derek Duncan, who is the owner out there of the division and runs the division, set up in the inaugural year more of a kumbaya type of thing where everybody was trying to help everybody else out to help grow the league and all that. And now 6 teams of the 8 that we'll see in the spring are fighting it out and talking very spicily. And some of the rivalries are starting to build out there. So, it's interesting if you guys listen to the 3-on-1 podcast. A lot of the manufactured beefs that we started because I can't help but get people to either talk shit about other people or answer my direct shit talk to them. And it's coming to fruition in a great way. One of the guys that's down on the field, Chris Vera, the commissioner of the Nevada division, was saying that the shit talk was so aggressive and good that not only would it have cost the league $300,000 if it was aired on Fox, so thank God it wasn't. If it was somehow able to get picked up by, let's say an HBO or a cable that would allow cursing, it would get great ratings. So me, Matt, and Rob are once again in the booth with our normal antics. A tight end named Pat Nixon scored a touchdown, and Matt Ryan pulled out his Richard Nixon impersonation, and it was fantastic. And then I think you guys will enjoy this. Some of the guys were giving themselves nicknames and not necessarily performing. And
oh god,
my roast game is mediocre out of my mouth, but I'm also a false humble guy. And one guy said that his name was going to be Lit Nuke, and his name was Daquan Brown, which is interesting for in a second. So since Lit Nuke couldn't get it going, he is now Lit Fluke until otherwise notified. But I think the worst thing for my guy is that his brother Daquan Brown, and they both play the same type of position, same style of player, got one of those 3-on-1s, and he almost brought it back. It was, Rob was getting in the husses because the guy was, making some plays. So Daquan, when you list the top 5 Brown brothers of all time, it's Daquan, 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 Daquan. And then to top it all off, guys, there was a guy on the team Over the Top, which they struggled, guys. They struggled. Their quarterbacks. And I asked the question, and I'll ask you guys this. Here's the riddle of the Sphinx in football. If you have 3 quarterbacks, gentlemen, how many quarterbacks do you have?
None.
Look at my wife. She knows.
yeah.
She also listens to me re-listen to myself talking, and she probably heard me say that on my phone as I was watching it again. But she's also very smart and laughing at my self-deprecating joke. But if you have 3 quarterbacks, guys, you have 0. And the 3 quarterbacks for the Over the Top threw combined 5 interceptions to the Pit Bosses. And one of those guys was telling everyone that his nickname was Crown. And as it was the 3rd game and a long day, I was feeling a little, I guess, grumpy about nicknames. And instead of Crown, I was going with every other thing that you can wear on your head. and I nearly broke the broadcast when I called him very casually. I said, and if Dirty Headband is going to be running it to the SWAT, and then everybody started dying, and I was like, what? What? And they're allowing us back January 8th. So not only are we having our usual fun, but I would say it's even more fun because it's new guys. It's new, fresh opportunities and first impressions, and A7FL football does not disappoint one way or another. We had 2 clunker games where blowouts where we saw absolutely spectacular plays, and we saw a game come down to the wire 39-36. And one of the guys was the quarterback for the Vegas Gold. His name is Gregory Smith, which is pretty mundane, but his nickname is Snoop, and for good reason. And guys, you might be proud of me, but listen to this call. When he ran in a touchdown from about 12 yards out, he was playing the kryptonite, and I said, and that's Snoop running it in. He had some green in front of him, and he broke it up, roll it up, touchdown gold. And Matt did me one better by saying that when they sacked Snoop, that the kryptonite hit that Snoop pack and lit it up or something. It was some weed reference, but I was actually clapping because it was such a great call. So not only will you get the great football guys, but if you like the characters that my wife so accurately captured in this beautiful 3-on-1 A7FL shirt coming to the tinyurl.com/A7FL merch store in the new year. Or if you just watch this podcast and find yourself every so often chuckling along with these guys at my stupidity, I guarantee you'll like our broadcast as well.
Every time. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the great Corey Hammond, quarterback of the Snow Tribe, and 3-on-1 podcast co-host and announcer / QB extraordinaire. Appreciate you, my friend. We'll talk to you again next time.
And let me just say, in this holiday season, happy holidays, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And the gift of myself or the coal in your stocking of myself to all the JAFFO army. I also feel like this new relationship that we're building, and you continue to allow me to put your show in jeopardy with all the ridiculous statements that I make constantly. I'm thankful, and you have given me the gift of the ability to gas bag as much as possible, as much as a human can. And for 2 guys that have their own great takes that when I get off, I can actually listen to because I can't stop talking if I am on air. Merry Christmas again, Happy Holidays, and see you guys in the new year.
Oh yeah,
Same.
JAFFO Army.
Yeah.
You already fucking know.
Oh shit. I mean, for those of you who have been with us for quite some time and have been fortunate enough to hear Corey speak, like you said, he has some takes that are just wow, wild. But it is entertaining. When he says jeopardize, he's not jeopardizing anything. What we have here is authentic, fun. Everyone gets to be themselves. We get to talk mad shit about everything that we love, sports. So hey, love it either way. Going into the picks, the Jets lost to the Lions. Lions are still in the hunt. Now we're coming into the Saturday and Sunday games for the next 2 weeks. Okay, do you happen to have in front of you the picks?
Yep. First game on Saturday, the Bills at Chicago.
Why does a part of me think Chicago's going to win?
Because the Bills choke all the time.
I think the Bills are going to win. Like, a part of me thinks the Bears are going to win, but I'm like,
Well, the
uh,
Bears suck, so I'm picking the Bills.
yeah, I'm going with the Bills too. What's the next one we got? You're muted. Can you? Are you?
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yes.
All right. I accidentally clicked mute and my shit's lagging over here. So, but it's the Aints versus the Browns.
Ugh.
Yep.
Um.
I'm going to touchy feely.
In Cleveland.
Yeah. I'm going with touchy feely.
That's what you're calling him now.
I mean, I can't think of shit else. I'm pretty fucking high right now.
Oh, Lord.
May he rest
Yeah,
his
you
shit.
sound like a whole fucking robot, dude. Like you don't sound like a
Keep it going.
you don't sound like a combined organism. You sound like a full robot. So yeah. So hi guys. Back again. Here, my friend. Welcome. It's just me and it's my thoughts. And I personally think that the
There we go.
Bucks are gonna get into the playoffs and we're gonna
Oh,
do
God.
some damage.
This is what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because that's what I feel right now. I feel like we're gonna get into the playoffs and we're gonna do some damage. I don't know how much damage, but we're gonna do some damage. So, but yeah, like say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. But Tom Brady in the playoffs becomes a different animal. And that's been proven for 22 years. So
Yeah. Anyway, what was it? The Browns and the Aints in Cleveland.
that's exactly what happened, sir. I picked the
I'm picking the Saints.
yeah, I know. You couldn't figure it in your soul how to do it, huh? So I got the Texans and the Titans.
Texans and Titans.
Yeah. And they're in Nashville.
Houston sucks.
They're a fighting spirit. They're just losing games, but they're a fighting spirit over there, man. And they just won, now that I think about it. I mean, they almost beat the Cowboys. And then they just beat somebody.
No, they lost.
They lost?
Yeah.
Oh no, they beat y'all early this year. That's what it was.
That was way earlier this year. Yeah. That was the only win of the year.
Hey man, you said they suck.
They do.
I know, I just wanted to throw that out there.
I know. I know what you're getting at. Think I don't know you? Come on now.
Hey man, so I'm gonna pick the Titans just because.
Yep. It's a good
Fuck
pick.
it.
Go with Titans.
Seahawks versus Chiefs, and they're in Kansas City.
Chiefs.
Seahawks. The Chiefs.
Pro
Chiefs,
Bowler Gino.
Yeah, no, Chiefs suspect as fuck.
All
right. Giants versus Vikings in Minnesota.
Vikings.
Danny Dimes. Vikings suspect as fuck too. You got the Bengals versus the Patriots in New England, though.
Bengals.
I said in New England, though.
Bengals.
Yeah, I'm still picking the same thing. I just thought I was gonna sway your pick.
Nope.
Yeah, Joey be the God. That's where we're going. Lions versus the Panthers in Carolina.
Lions. Wait, who just played on Thursday?
The Jets versus fuck. Who just beat the shit out of the Jets? The Jaguars.
Oh, it's Jets and the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Oh, why did I think it was the Lions?
I don't know. Couldn't call it. But nah, ETN out there almost fumbling all the goddamn time.
Okay, so sorry, it was Detroit and who?
The Panthers in Carolina.
Oh, Detroit's winning that one.
Yeah, I'm saying the same.
Yeah.
The Falcons versus the Ravens. And Lamar is back, so
Falcons versus the Ravens.
yeah.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going ahead and
I
pick
think
the new era.
even with Huntley in there.
I'll be honest with you, these last two games, I kind of need the Lions to win. Kind of need them boys to win.
Fuck it. Have them win. Do
You
it.
know what I'm saying? The
They got it.
Ravens,
Plus, they're in the hunt too. They can make the playoffs for the first time in a long ass time.
which I'm cool with. Go ahead, put them in there.
Do
Put
it.
them in there.
Do it.
Then you got y'all versus the dang on Commanders, and they're in Levi's shitty ass stadium.
I'll take us.
Oh.
Come on.
Not a hairy chance of hell I'm picking y'all. I'm going goddamn. I'm going my boy Taylor Heineke. Shit. The fuck you talking about, man?
This is
This
not
man,
a hairy chance in hell.
nah.
And that's Saturday?
That's Saturday's game.
God damn, that's a lot of games on Saturday. What's on Sunday?
It's still not on Sunday yet.
That's what I'm saying. What's on Sunday now?
Shit, it's some game. It's Christmas games. It's 3 games on Christmas.
Oh shit. Which one? What do we got?
Well, we're still on Saturday. I'm still got 2 games left.
Oh shit. God damn,
That's why I
there's
said I
games.
wasn't done. That's what I was telling you.
Fucking A.
Yeah, so you got after that, y'all and the Commanders, you got the Eagles versus Cowboys.
Ooh, Jalen might not be playing. It might be Uncle Rico.
It's not might be, it's definite. Uncle Rico's playing.
Still giving it to Uncle Rico and the Eagles.
Me too. I'm giving the Eagles the sweep.
It's gonna happen.
Let's go, Uncle Rico.
It's gonna throw it over the fucking mountains, my friend. What's the next one we got?
So I kind of know where you're picking, but you got the Raiders versus Steelers.
Steelers.
Yep, knew you were doing that. Oh man. Both sides of the fence.
Go on, get it over with.
Nah, it's both sides of the fence because I like talking shit. I like talking shit to you.
You just like saying the fucking word.
No, it's not just that. It's like my old roommate, he's a Steelers fan, and I hate picking his team. You know what I'm saying? But I like Najee Harris. But I hate Josh McDaniels, especially as a head coach.
So there you go. You've made your pick.
Nah, I'm still picking the Raiders.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, sir. We're going to go ahead and pick them. Just simply because I feel like Devontae is going to goddamn have Minka on one. Basically, Minka distracted the whole goddamn game.
Why do I feel like Minka's going to blow his ass up?
Yeah, I feel like Josh Jacobs going to go off. I don't know. Actually, I might be. Nah, I might need to pick the Steelers for real though, because I forgot TJ. TJ back.
It doesn't even matter who's playing. The Raiders suck. Yeah. You always pick against the Raiders.
They got the same record. We're gonna pick. I'm gonna pick the Raiders. Fuck it.
They
I'm gonna
ass.
stick with my pick.
What's the next one?
So, first game on Sunday, you got the Packers versus the Fins.
Ooh. In Miami?
In Miami. Miami.
Aaron Rodgers is about to get his ass kicked on Christmas.
On Christmas is a damn show gonna be a gift for me. I'm gonna start my day off very pleasant. Very pleasant. I don't give a shit if it's Tyreek. Very pleased with the Dolphins whooping the fuck out of the Packers. Holy shit. I'm telling you, the Reverend gonna be summoned by halftime. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna get vicious. It's gonna get vicious out there. Aaron Rodgers gonna be out there cussing. He might quit like old boy did for the fucking Bills back in the gap. Oh shit. Aaron Rodgers gonna walk off on the damn Packers. It might be 50-0
Retire
by
at
halftime.
halftime.
Bro, it might be 50-0 by halftime. That shit gonna get ran up so fast. They have no DBs.
Run
If
it
you
up,
think
Herman.
King can guard either one of them boys, y'all crazy.
Run
He
it up,
better
Herman.
guard
No doubt.
Gesicki. King better guard Gesicki, and that's their best DB.
All bad. All bad.
King can't even guard Chris Godwin on my team, and Chris Godwin is not running the motherfucking 4-3. Is not.
It's over. What do we got next?
Oh shit. Get your button ready.
Uh-oh.
You got the Broncos versus the Rams.
May he rest in shit.
They both got the same record.
Yeah, I know the Broncos suck, but I know who's on the other team.
May he rest in shit.
So, picking the Broncos.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
Yo.
Playoffs.
Oh, this is so pleasant.
Oh, don't be like that. If I had a rock, I'll bust your head, bitch.
Oh, this is pleasant. Hey, look. I'm picking the Rams for one reason and one reason only.
May he rest in shit.
We can move on to the next one now.
May he rest in shit.
Oh, God. All right. Then you got my Bucks versus the Cardinals as the night game in Arizona. Yep, you might well go and say it. I knew this day was coming.
Yep. Bucks.
Yes, sir. Consensus on that one. Then the Monday night game, as I relight this very large and beautifully rolled. You got the Chargers versus the Colts. Disgusting. I'm about to throw my phone.
That's the Monday night game?
Bro.
Well, definitely picking the Chargers on this one. I can't trust the Colts. I can't trust Matt Ryan.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
I don't know about the last part. I feel like you could coach with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan probably be the greatest fucking offensive coach. Matt Ryan might be the greatest offensive coach since offensive coaches were a thing. I promise you.
What?
Think about it. He knows how to fucking lose. He remembers, he sees that shit in his dreams every fucking night, bro. He knows exactly what the fuck happened, bro. He sees that, bro. There's no absolutely positively
Emotional, damn it.
Exactly. And that is the greatest fucking teacher for every single person. Every single person in this fucking world has emotional damage that has taught them more than any motherfucking thing has taught them. Matt Ryan could probably teach anybody anything as far as offensive fucking football.
Fucking terrible. Just don't put him in at quarterback.
Oh, no. I said teach.
Yeah, exactly. Teach.
Teach is from the sidelines or the booth, my guy. That's where we got you at now. We can give you a nice this. You could be the Tony Romo of coaching.
Tony Romo of coaching. Are you saying Tony Romo is good in the booth?
Yeah, he's good out to begin with, but you don't really know how good he's going to become because you still got things like Al Michaels, John Madden. You know what I'm saying? You got people above Tony Romo in broadcasting, so you don't really know where he's going to go. But Tony Romo came out the gate good as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, so who do you got? You got the Chargers or the Colts?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm picking the Florida Oasis. I'm picking the Chargers. Like, damn near all the defensive players on the fucking Chargers are from Florida. Did not know that until I watched Hot Ones. The Chargers did Hot Ones. Have you ever seen Hot Ones?
No.
So Hot Ones is a internet show from First We Feast. Not really promoting these.
Hot Ones. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something else. I didn't know you were talking about the Hot Wings.
Yeah, the
one.
Chargers
Okay.
did that shit. And they did 2 at a time. They did the Dipper, the Dab or Dare. You know that one is like 3 wings or whatever the fuck. But like all of them are super fucking hot. So they did 2 at a time. They did Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. Both of them motherfuckers from Florida. I mean, they did a bunch of them, bro. I'm not gonna go on the pairs and all that shit, but I feel like those are the 2 big names. You probably should just stop at. Fuck that. They did Eckler and other people, but fuck it.
Derwin James and somebody else.
Well, they did Eckler as well, but I don't remember where Eckler's from. But I definitely said defense. So
yeah, so that's offense. Anyways, yeah, shitty Monday night game. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we really do hope that you guys have a great holiday weekend with you and yours. I hope everybody gets exactly what they wanted. Hope everyone who gets what they wanted deserves what they get. So many of you deserve coal. You know who you are. But that's whether or not you believe in Santa Claus. If you're a child, earmuffs. That's not Santa Claus. Let's see. Holiday week. So what are I want to acknowledge the holidays. There's Christmas, obviously, there's Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa. If I'm missing any, okay. Do you happen to know?
I'm gonna be all the way honest with you, dog. This is probably something you should have wrote down way before the show. Because
Probably.
you asking a guy that's extremely high and currently still smoking. Do I know holidays right now, fam?
Noted. Got it. Happy holidays, everybody, to you and yours. We appreciate you guys. Corey Hammond, appreciate him. Happy holidays to him and his family. Once again, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. We will see you guys next Wednesday, hopefully, with Matchsticks on the show. And then we'll be able to talk then Friday about, the New Year's coming in. Got a lot of things coming up. More and more will start to come out, so keep updated on all the social medias. You guys have seen it down here at the scroller the entire time, so go check everything out. For myself, JP, for the 610 Beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K, All Pro JAFFOs.
Hold on, one important thing. All right, so since it's the holiday season and we're feeling I'm feeling very festive. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to make sure that you comment below, right? That you want I want my wash the ass package. And make sure you put the fucking soap emoji next to it. And we'll send out wash your ass package, a complimentary rag and a complimentary bar of soap so you can wash your ass. The water will not be provided. You can go to your local water fountain But you have
No, don't be
to-
telling people to go to water fountains and no. We're not. No, we're
You
not
gotta
telling
go
people to go to water
get
fountains
it.
and
All right,
washing
so all
their
right,
ass
all
with
right, all
water.
right, all right, all right. Get a bottle of water and go to the restroom, get in the stall, wash your ass, fam. Go to a nice, secure place. Go deep in the fucking woods.
Go home and shower. How about that? Wash your.
If they don't have a home, fam. What if they don't have a home? There's some people that have cell phones and no homes.
Find a creek, dip your ass in it.
Don't pollute the fucking water. That's why I told them get a bottle of water and go deep in the forest. Wash your ass, air dry. You can just sit out there air dry. Nobody's out there. If you can wash your ass, you can most definitely air dry. The only thing be provided is the rag and the bar soap. So make sure you comment below on whatever you see this on. Comment, like the video. Make sure you put, I want my wash the ass challenge. I mean package, not challenge, package. Fuck, do not make it a challenge. We do not want to see you wash your ass. Not at all. All right, jokes, I'm sorry.
We'll see. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll see you later. Deuces.
Aloha.